What is up, guys and girls? It is still day 16, but I am checking in for my second video of the day. After my last video, I came upstairs and decided to just get a little bit of more painting done, and have essentially finished the cart itself. I'm very excited. I think it's looking pretty good. I need to finish up Hellman himself to go on the back of the cart, but I'm pretty much there. I'm going to go over it again and just check for some of the finer details, but I think I've got things like the blood running across the cart. I've glued everybody together, and I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. I'm going to add a little bit more gore and things to it, and I will do a final wrap-up video for it once Hellman's all painted up as well. But once I've got the rest of Hellman painted and highlighted and gored up, then he will be done, and I will need to find a second project to carry on going with the month. So I'm quite excited about that. But this video, I'm just going to do an update on my Hobbyton stuff. So I'm a couple of days late, but I have been trying to figure out what I need to spend my my Warbucks on. So I had not realised that when you go buy a companion, you get these additional tokens. So I have been busy spending my additional tokens. I have in Hellman's little pad, I've installed a little bathroom down here, so a couple of tokens went on a toilet and sink. We've installed a kitchen, so we've got a little oven, fridge, set of cupboards, and in Hellman's bedroom we've got put in a wardrobe, a cloak stand, a cloak rack, and a little hat stand where he can put his staff. Also, given that I've taken on a few new companions, I've got a little gravestone there for the ghost to go and have a little rest in, a little table with electric kind of hat for Frank, my little Frankenstein-esque cutie, and I've upgraded my vampire's sleeping bag to a coffin, and the dragon, he's got his own little perch out the back there with a little pile of gold. I have also been I've installed at the front here a new building, which I'm quite excited about, and which is going to form part of my fortifications for next week. Team Next have succeeded in their challenge for this week and have installed pavements around Hobbyton, and they're pavements made of gravestones and coffin lids, so everybody can walk around cheerfully around Hobbyton now, knowing that they're going to be safe on the sides of the roads. So the little building that I've installed at the front is a little business that Hellman's decided to start called The Body Shop, and they sell all sorts of wonderful balms and creams and lovely things there, as well as body parts in case your zombies are falling apart, or you feel like you want a bit of a hand with something, or just an extra pair of eyes to look out whilst you're doing your fortifications or whatever. So he's opened up his little business, and his fortification challenge for the next week is that he is going to be setting up shop and selling balms and body parts to the people of Hobbyton to make sure that they have some relaxation time for themselves, and are all rested up in case there's any kind of invasion into the town. So this is his little necromancer's tower face on, a little hole there for Susan to fly out when she wants to. So that is where I am up to for divvying up my extra tokens that I managed to get. In terms of my dice rolls for this week, and how we have done. Each of my characters was upgraded, so I am going to roll for each of them now. So let's have a. So the first chap that I'm going to roll for is Halman himself. As the leader of the party, he only gets the one roll. So let's see how he's done. So 86 for Halman. Just make a note of that there. Next in line we have Early the vampire. He rolled a 92, but given he's upgraded, we can see if he gets any higher. So 92, we'll stick with. Next in the team, you can't really see them, can you? Is Marvin the vampire, the dragon. So let's see how he does. 79, again, he was upgraded. 97. Excellent. Next in the queue is Frank. 86. 86. And finally, we have Leo. Leo. 81. 105. Get in, Leo. So, we have managed to get a grand total of 11, 18, 26, 8, 10, 19, 28, 36, 466 warbucks, and we can add that to the 187 that I've already got for from last week. So I will be figuring out what to spend my warbucks on. I'm amazed. I thought it'd be quite. I thought I would struggle with the number of warbucks that you get, but actually, it's quite hard coming up with the things that you need to spend them on next. I mentioned earlier in my last video that I was going to do a bit of a ramble, but instead of a ramble, I am going to do my own little version of a tutorial. And the thing that I am going to do my little tutorial on is gore and how to paint it. So Warboss Tay introduced me to this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful paint, which is the Tamiya Red paint for painting gore, and it's the X27. It is fantastic. I think it gives such a wonderful effect. I used to kind of paint up my gore using just red paint and then kind of building up the layers and adding hard coat on the top of it. But I think Tamiya Red just gets into all the little nooks and grooves, and you don't have to end up painting over any of the red with gloss because it's already a glossy paint. But what I later discovered, what I wanted to try and achieve was kind of a stringy, gooey, gross gore that looks great on a model. And a way that I have found to do this quite well, I have to use an older paintbrush, is if you mix in your Tamiya Red with a little bit of Yoo-hoo. And it seems to be that you can only use the black Yoo-hoo. It allows you to kind of build up this gooey red stringy gore effect that I think is fantastic, particularly for vampire counts, but I imagine that it would be suitable for all kinds of other armies. So you have to work quite quickly with it because it does set quickly, but you can see already how gross and gooey and stringy this stuff is. So just bringing it onto here, what I might like to do is add some of this stringy grossness to be hanging from different parts of the cart, and giving some of the zombies extra gooey grossness, and particularly perhaps from these guys. They're drawing along entrails and just gooey grossness, which I think suits their characters down to the ground. It's quite tricky to work with. You can soon build up lots of strings, but I think it works fantastically and just looks so gross, and I just think it provides a really cool effect. So you see the kind of that gross stringiness building up there. If you direct it kind of around the bits that you want it, you soon start looking like that little rat there is trying to eat its way through some of that gore and grossness, which I just think is fantastic, particularly for a Vampire Counts army. I think it just adds something really extra cool for your models. But like I say, it's dried up already, so you need to need to work really quickly for it. But that is it for today. In all likelihood, I'm probably not going to be able to get much more done on Hellman tomorrow, but I think we're going to go and have a cinema day and go and see what's in the cinema. But I hope that everybody is having a great week and is getting on well with their objectives. And thanks for the comments and things on my latest fluff video. I will add the link to that down below. And yeah, I hope everybody's having a great time, and I will catch you in the next video. Talk to you again, guys. Bye bye.